Welcome to McArthur Live. I am Tim Bartz.
I'm Sarah Davis.
We are your hosts for this live stream and podcast tonight. So I hope everybody's having a great night. And don't forget, we are going to be recording this on a podcast. So you can, of course, watch the podcasting version on your favorite streaming platforms. I like to use Spotify. Of course, there's a bunch of them out there available, and we should be on most of them. Struggling to get on the YouTube one, on the Apple one, but all the others we should be on there. So you can find us there. Or if you're listening to the podcast, want to check it out live, see our beautiful faces, you can come on over to the YouTube channel and check it out there, 7 p.m. Central every Tuesday night. So thank you everybody for joining us. Don't forget to, we have membership available.
Yes.
Right. Well, first, don't forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe if you're not, if you're new, hit the notification bell as well. But if you want to go a little bit further and learn a little bit more about our membership, we do have membership available.
Yes,
Sarah, you want to tell them about that?
So if you'd like to become a member, that join button is right there by that subscribe button. If you are Apple, you have to do things a little bit differently. So you have to go to your web browser, go up to the link at the top, hit that little A and big A, and then request desktop browser. At that point, you should be able to see it.
There you go. And then, of course,
those come with perks.
Yeah, and then of course too, to find the content, we do. I think we do a pretty good job. We provide a couple videos each week when we go on trips and such. We do special member little videos and pictures and that kind of thing. So you can, to find all that content, you will want to click on the membership tab, or sometimes the community as well. So the community is where I post things. If you're wanting, other things for the community, but for the membership, they'll be under the membership section. The videos, we do 2 videos a week. Friday we do a member live stream, so member only live stream, and we have a lot of fun in there. And then on Saturday we do a lot walk. So if you did get a chance to watch our video on Sunday, it's similar to that, but I go a little more in depth of some other things. So I go through some of the vehicles that are sold. Yeah, I basically talk to myself on the lot, and it becomes a video, right? So anyway, so that's kind of that's some of the stuff for the membership perks. Plus, we have a member-only Discord as well.
Yes.
And last week, I realized that refreshes every 7 days, but I did figure out how to shut that off, so it doesn't refresh anymore. But we'll talk about that on a member live. But anyway, a lot of the members are in here chatting with each other. Want to continue that chat? Go into the Discord. They can do that. Mike McArthur gave us a $1.99 donation.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And they said the audio is doing better in the video.
Yes.
If your video is a little blurry, I did figure this out. Go down to your little gear icon on your YouTube video. And sometimes I know this happens when I go into like Johnny's live streams and such. It'll be like maybe a lesser quality. Go in there and click on it and go on up to 720p, and it should clear up for you a little bit. So I think that was the issue we had last week. So all right, and we're doing it at 720 instead of 1080, and I think that might help as well. So anyway, if the words are blurry down below where it says questions and everything, then it's probably you don't have the quality where it needs to be. All right, and then Sarah will continue. Audio is audio sounds great. Okay, the one said audio is, and I'm like, always like to check and make sure our audio levels are working good there. All right, so talking about membership, let's do membership shout outs here.
Yes, I have 31. We have at least 31 members in our chat right now, talking it up. One of our membership perks, McArthur, if you go, that is a question I had. How do you get to that Discord? You go to the community tab, and it's listed in a post in there for you.
All of the member videos, I put it in the description. You might want to look at the newest one because the other one link will not work. So check out our last lot walk video. I put it in there.
All right. Okay. So we have 32 in here with us in our chat. One of the perks is that you get your name in green. And then you also get a box beside your name on YouTube that just tells you what level of membership you're at, and that's determined based off of how long you've been a member.
Yeah, so shout out to some of these members.
All right. We have Niles, and he's an honorary member. He is one of our moderators, and he works here at McArthur in our aftermarket department. But he said, "Hi, friends." Can you go star some people that I saw jump in? Jolly Green, a couple of other. Oh, grab William Smith.
I did. You already did.
Okay. I don't want to miss anyone. All right. Kevin Sambo says, hello, Tim. Just checking in. Sorry. I'll have to watch it recorded. Busy at Florida convention.
Okay. I know how that is.
Yes. All right. Next, we have Geralt S. saying, hello, everyone. We have Jack Evans. Let's see. Gino Abbing says, hi, Richview. And if you don't know Richview, he is one of our moderators as well. He is our main moderator and does an amazing job.
Yes.
Vols 44. I expect Mavericks to schedule till the middle of August. Can't wait to see the price point and capacity for the 24 Ranger Raptor. All right, we have Alan. Hello, all, or evening, all. Paul Newbert. I'm here for a moment, but gotta run to dinner. Be back later. I hope otherwise we'll catch the recording in the morning.
All right.
A couple members unable to join us there. Hi, everyone. It was a beautiful day. I don't know. Beautiful day in Boston.
Beautiful. Beautiful? I don't know.
Maybe.
In Boston. All right.
We have Jocelyn. Hello, Misty Navanti. And then we have Deke Marshall. Hello, all my wonderful people.
All right.
We have Roy Pass.
Florida Panhandle.
Yes, we have a lot of Florida members. Mm-hmm. Gene Hanks. Hi, guys. Beautiful afternoon here in North Mississippi.
All right.
I like hearing where everyone's from.
Yeah.
We have Zoom Jr. Hi, all. Go hit the like before the show starts. So some of these are from before the show started. Roger Quibido. Good Tuesday evening, everyone.
All right.
Ghost Stang. We have Lene here. I think she's a longtime member. From Florida. We have Terry Monroe. Good evening from Stillwater, Oklahoma.
All right.
Not too far away. We have Jim Hughes. Daryl Fecht. Looks like we got a new member too.
Yes.
All right. We have Rick and Kelly. I think that's both Rick and Kelly.
Yes.
We have Palm Tree from Southern California. We have Purdue Guy and LB. James Chapman. Good evening, everyone. Ridgeview Sarah and everyone. And we did Mahathis.
Mm-hmm.
He is a longtime member. We have Rayanne. She joined us last week. Hello, guys. I can't wait to see what we talked about tonight, watching this week with my family.
Awesome.
Welcome. All right. New member. Oh, we have more than one new member.
Did you star him?
No, that's right here. Auto star.
Oh.
I don't know how that got turned on, but it's on.
Auto star super chats. So if they probably
do a super chat.
Yeah, they have had a couple new things added to this. So
cool. That's awesome because we have one, and this is MDC something me. Couple of letters and me.
Yeah.
All right, we have Chase Stetter. We are slowly getting through these. Hey, y'all, on lunch from work. Happy to be here. All right. John B. Lot walks are 100%. They are good.
And, I wasn't sure how they'd be perceived to the public. I know the members really like them, but I got a lot of great comments and a couple people interested in some vehicles. So, it wasn't the intent, but that's awesome.
All right. We have Michael Orth, and I think he just joined recently too.
Mm-hmm.
He gave a thumbs up. We have William Smith, longtime member. Head to Salina soon to pick up my Robin's Egg Blue Bronco Sport Heritage. I saw that getting ready today. Yep. It was in the bay getting set up. I'm like, oh, I know whose Bronco Sport that is. Lee was like, what? How do you know? I'm like, well, the Bronco Heritages don't come in very often.
Yep.
And this is Robin Eggs Blue with the white roof. It's a Heritage.
Yes.
So I know who it belongs to. All right, we have Jolly Green, Mav Everlasting. We have Gerwaltz. We have Wayne, evening folks from Central Florida. A new member, Christo. Welcome to the crew. If you are new tonight, or if you have not sent me your information before, send me your information. We'll get you a new member packet out. You can send it to the email that's under me, fordvideoguy@gmail.com, or if you go through the member stuff, there's a special email that you can use. All right, and then we have RagnarCon. I'm not a moderator, so instead, I like to provide value and prove my worth by giving everyone the latest quesadilla report. Yes. Whether or not it's burnt. But he also helps out with Bronco information, and he's huge in the Bronco forums. So if you have any Bronco questions, he can probably assist you with that.
He's putting together a stereo system in his Bronco, and
that's right.
I don't think I could do it. So
yeah,
check out his videos.
Yeah, he's doing videos too. He's a great channel to see. And then William Smith.
I did a video for them earlier. So we have a program, Snap Cell is what we call it. But we have a program where we can do special videos for our customers. And so we sent them a video of their Bronco Sport here. So
you should let me know. I would have done a Bronco Sport Wednesday or something, featured it in the shorts.
Yeah. All right. So we get through all those?
We did.
All right. Going over some of the videos we've done recently. Of course, last week I was trying to really get busy with some of the videos. 23 F-150 Lightning order bank opened up, so I did a video on that, as well as on the Ranger, which we'll talk more about tonight, as you can tell by the thumbnail in the title. But the 24 Ranger, the information for media was released last Wednesday. Thankfully, I want to thank the media team for Ford to send the information to me as a dealer. And, I think because I honor the embargo and everything, they send it to me so that I could put together a video, which is really fun. So there's some information on what's new for the 24 Ranger that I did. Also, the Bronco Trail app. So we didn't really get to use it on a trail. We'll do that eventually, but it was the first kind of, hey, here's some things to think about when you're setting up the app itself. So kind of more of a how-to video. So that video went live, and then also the video on Sunday that I did doing a lot walk. What's our dealership look like right now based on inventory? What's our pricing like? What's our used inventory look like? And how does that look for maybe the scope of what pricing and inventory is looking like here in the near future? Because if we got it in Kansas, you guys got it on the East Coast, West Coast too, as well, if you have a progressive dealer. So anyway, and then this week, course, we'll take all the videos, the scheduling notes, as well as the dealer news, and we'll separate those into separate videos that we'll put out on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, some point, well, I just say at the end of this week, I probably would not say, at the end of this week, we should get the order guide for the Ranger, and we'll be doing some videos, our complete guide videos on each of the different trim levels of what's standard, what's optional, what's different packages available, and that kind of things. We'll talk about some things that aren't available that we know about so far here later. But we'll be doing those videos when the order guides come out, which we hear is supposed to be this week. So, and I think it's Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll have those videos go live. And don't forget to check out the channels that we support down in the description. We do have Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. I don't know if they're in here. They might jump in here in a little bit, but hopefully they do jump in. He may go to the Carlisle event, so which would be kind of cool.
That would be very fun.
I'm actually looking really forward to that. So Carlisle, Pennsylvania, June 2nd to the 4th. We'll be there the 2nd and 3rd. Looking like it can be a fun event. There's going to be close to 40 Mavericks there in the Maverick Truck Club section.
Von Gittin will be there. There's going to be Ford's going to have multiple things, including Ford Performance, Ranger Raptor, I believe.
Ranger Raptor will be there.
Raptor, Dark Horse.
Dark Horse will be there. We'll get to see the Mustang brand manager for the 3rd time now.
He's going to be like, are you guys following me?
Yeah. But so it's pretty cool. We'll get a chance to chat with him. Last time we got it in New York, got a chat with him, and he remembered us from Chicago, which is really cool. So, and he is very passionate about the Mustang lineup, which is good. Let's see what else. I think that's it. Good dealer moment. You want to go read that?
Sure.
All right. Looks so like this in here we got from someone that I helped out, and he kind of went through a little bit. So I kind of call it a good dealer, but I don't have the dealer's information here because that's, I think, a good dealer. So go ahead and read that, and I'll throw in some photos, I think.
All right. I wanted to thank you all for your help. I'm not even your customer. You don't know me, and yet you still spent your time and effort to offer me so much assistance. My dealer was finally contacted this week by Allison, the assistant Bronco brand manager, and she apologized. Apparently, Ford's system had changed my order date from my original 2021 date to the day my dealer modified my order in January of this year. That date made the system not recognize one of the private offers as being valid. Allison was able to get this fixed within 24 hours. She sent my dealer and myself an apology package, and my wife was able to pick up her Bronco yesterday using all private offers and retail price protection. That my dealer was contacted by the brand management team that he had not previously been able to contact leads me to believe it was your passing along my info to your contact. I will never be able to convey how appreciative my family is to you. My sales manager also wanted me to thank you for him. He was frustrated after having the Bronco on his lot for more than 36 days and spending hours emailing and calling Ford. He could have done the wrong thing and just sold the Bronco for a markup, but stuck to his word and helped us. This experience with his help and yours will be the only reason I will continue to buy Ford vehicles. My family has prayed that you will be truly blessed for your kindness. Again, thank you.
There we go. So that was pretty cool to get that because and that dealer there that stuck with it. And even when like other dealers could have said, no, that's not the way it works, and could have moved on and said, do you want it or not? And so I call that a good dealer because they continue to try for the customer. So that was really good to see. And I did reach out to the brand manager. It did take a little while because this is a customer that should have received both the order modification private offer and the transition private offer because they made changes to the Bronco order. And a lot of people in the Bronco forum, and that's where this was located in, they were not getting both of those. They would make those changes that Ford said to, but they didn't make the changes. Well, one of the things that had to happen is the dealer was supposed to go in. I mentioned this several weeks ago. Go in and show your intent that you made those changes in the COVP. Well, this dealer did not do that before the deadline. And so, the brand manager basically reached out and said, well, if you can show me that it was without it before and then how the order is now, then we can make that change. And so that's what I did. I emailed that information to them, and then they made that change so it showed up for them. So there you go. So that worked out pretty good for him. So all right. And also, let's see if I can do this correctly. All right. So let's go over here. Another thing, and we're going to drop this link in the description for you or in the chat box. If you want to find this, you can. Let me see if I can get over there to it.
Oh, is that the good dealer?
This is the list of good dealers for Maverick.
Yay.
So that is there. If you guys want to, hopefully that works for you guys. Oh, it popped in for Facebook and for on YouTube as well. So this is a list of the good dealers. And what's cool about this is there's a link there if you want to include any other dealers you don't see here that you've worked with. But it has a list, and they're kind of in order by state. And we are listed in here right there. But we are in Salina, Kansas, not Salinas, but just a small little thing. McArthur, and it has my name listed there, but it could be any of our sales guys. But we're listed in there as well. And so if you find a good dealer in your area, look there and see if there's one there. And if you are somebody that you've had a good interaction with your dealer and they're not on there, go ahead and go to this link and click on the forums and the form there and put your dealer in there as well. So that way you can keep compiling that list. So this person actually reached out to me today. And in fact, I think they're going to put in an order with us, but in 24. But so if we're able to take it. But anyway, so there you go. So there's another way to find some good dealers on Mavericks in your area. So hopefully that helps out. Okay.
That might be good for other models too.
Yeah. So, which I forgot to do the little thing for the good dealer. Oh, well. Okay. Moving on. We do have
scheduling notes.
Our scheduling notes. So let's talk about what's scheduling this week. Yeah. So this should be the first week of new allocations for dealers for all the different models for this week. So some models, though, are not scheduling. So let's go through which ones are. And if you're new to our YouTube, the live streams and such, when we talk about scheduling, that means if you have an order that's submitted with your dealer, you have to get scheduled for a production date in the future. So we'll talk about what models are scheduling and looking to schedule their orders for production dates and when they're looking to schedule those. And then also if there's any kind of additional notes that the factory has that, hey, they're not scheduling for this or that, we'll let you know those as well. So going through first, the 24 Mustang is not scheduling this week. It says job one delay. And we'll talk, actually, let's go and talk about that now. So we are seeing there's several models and several factories that are slowing their production because they want to make sure quality is taken care of. They want to have a quality launch, quality vehicles getting out, and not have anything being held up. So they're going slow, making sure the quality is right on these vehicles. And I think right now in Mustang, they're just delayed a little bit because of that. And that's another reason why right now they have a stop build in place for the Dark Horse as well right now. So we won't see any Dark Horses get scheduled yet. Not sure. We'll keep you posted on when they're scheduling for that and such. And then comments. For the 23 Escape, they are scheduling this week. We do, as a dealership, we do have 4 allocations, and not all dealers will tell you how many allocations they have, but and most dealership salespeople, they don't actually know that. I'm able to get that information. So we have 4 for that and 5 Mustang, by the way, for this month. On Escape, not much different from last week. Base and hybrid orders are retail only. Retail means customers' orders. Stock, there's stock and retail. So a stock order would be just for a dealer stock, and retail would be for a custom order. Do you have a question?
Yes. If you have questions, we are no longer doing the question box. Yep. Type in at Sarah and then space Davis. It will tag me so then I can start and pull aside for our Q&A here in a little bit.
Yep. And we're doing that because we're doing this on Facebook as well as on YouTube, actually, and Twitter and my LinkedIn. So, but yes, so that way you can, that we can do that. And sometimes put in the model. If it's a specific question on a certain model too, you might put that in there.
Model does help.
All right. 23 Broncos Sport. They are scheduling. We have 4 allocations this month. They are scheduling this week. Looks like the Black Diamond package one that I have is previewing today. So maybe we'll get that in here, get that scheduled. 23 Edge. We don't have any allocations. Most of 23 is scheduled out. So we're about ready to start with 24. We will see the order banks are supposed to be opening up soon. And order guides will probably be available when the order banks open up because that really probably hasn't changed from 23 to 24. This is their sunsetting. The Edge sunsetting means that it's going away after the 24 model year. So this is the last year you can get an Edge. Production for the Edge will be from July of 23 to February of 24. That's the production run for that. And then they'll be done with 24 and they'll be done with that. They'll start up production mid-July. They also think the okay to buy will be at the end of July. But again, that's tentative there. So, all right. 23 Bronco is not scheduling this week. They are moving from job 1 to job 2 order bank. We'll talk a little bit about changes to that. There are only a couple changes. Most will not affect most. Well, there's one that could affect people and could frustrate people, but we'll go over those here when we get to dealer news updates. But because of the changeover from job 1 to job 2, they were not scheduling this week. Now, we do have only 3 allocations. We normally get about 6 on Bronco, only getting 3 this month, which tells me there could be a small production run that month, or they may be down for a couple weeks, or they may be focusing on Ranger as well that month. So, all right. Explorer. We have 1 allocation. They're scheduling retail orders only. Hybrid is only a retail order. Dealers cannot order a stock hybrid for their lot, as well as base. 23 Expedition is scheduling this week. We don't have any allocations this month, but we don't have any retail orders either, and that's all they're scheduling for right now. And then there's a dealer news update we'll have on the tow package, which I've talked about for many weeks now. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit, and dealer news updates. And the order banks are closed for 23 model year Expedition. Order banks should open up here in a couple months, I think. June, July, somewhere in there. I don't like to give dates anymore. Ford doesn't like me doing that. So 23 Maverick. They are scheduling this week. XLT and Lariat only. XL orders. Yeah, they're not scheduling for XL. And most of scheduling, if a dealer has enough orders, will schedule all theirs in this week. So we probably will not have an XL order get scheduled for us this month. So, and we do have 75 allocations for the Maverick. So don't forget about those constraints. The tow package, if it's optional, the splash guards, major one, take those off. Bed covers and the load box bed liner. I believe that's the tray liner that just sits in the bottom. Other than that, good there. 23 Ranger is not scheduling. We're going to be moving to 24 soon. 23 balance out or 23 model year has balanced out, which means that they already have their production finished out of what they plan to produce. That's what balanced out means. And then let's see here. What else on that? Yes. So at the end of this week, we should see the order guides. And then the week after is when we should be able to order the Ranger. So tentative. Actually, they gave us a date. They gave dealers. They said don't share this information, but it should be before Memorial Day weekend. Let's just say that. Next Friday. And then the build-in price will be available. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Build-in price will not be available when the order banks open up, just because of Memorial Day weekend. They want to make sure they have IT ready in case something happens with their website. So, which makes sense. 23 F-150. They are scheduling this week for the weeks of June 5th and June 12th. And then which they usually schedule out about a month in advance. The same constraints as last week. So limited scheduling for those with an optional moonroof, maybe even the regular moonroof, to be honest. Limited scheduling on power tailgates. No additional tremors are going to schedule. That's the 401 or the 402, it looks like, at least for this week. Or the heritage packages. So I don't know if that's for the rest of the model year or if that's just for this week, but because these notes are just a weekly note, some of those will carry over several weeks in a row. We've noticed, but we don't know for sure. And then also they said no 20-inch all-terrain tires, which is T24. I assume if it's the optional tire, not the standard. Somebody asked me about the Platinum Edition, but I don't think the Platinum tires are all-terrains. That's standard. So no STX appearance packages or STX black appearance packages. They're not going to schedule any 18-inch chrome appearance package wheels, which is option 64T. And they're not scheduling any 16-inch all-season tires on your base XL two-wheel drives this week. 23 Super Duty, scheduling for the weeks of 6/5 and 6/12. Limited scheduling on King Ranch and Platinum. We talked to you, emailed the customer on the King Ranch. Exhausted availability on limited, which means that they probably will not schedule any limiteds this week for Super Duty. Don't forget to change that spec for that the upfit integration system on your pickup and your chassis cabs. And then exhausted availability for the 7.3 liter engine. Limited scheduling on split bench seats. Doesn't mean no, but just a very small quantity probably. And it says exhausted availability on interior work surface, which means they don't have any availability right now, as well as on the Pro Trailer Backup Assist, which is 52T, which actually is the package, the trailer tow package, which is concerning because that's a pretty cool package. And then on Transit Connect Van and Wagon is scheduling this week for July, dates in July. Transit, limited scheduling. The e-Transit only for July, for the month of July. And then if you need, there aren't a lot of transit people watching, but currently not available is the power sliding doors, limited availability for the 360-degree camera, as well as the power outlet. That's option 90D. Orders needed from dealers with remaining BEV. So that's your that's your e-Transits. So they need e-Transit orders. They are balanced out, which means they're not going to schedule any more if you have the depopulated key option or the power running board option or the side 60/40 barn doors option 59A, or if you have a crew van or the 10360 GVWR in the van, cab and chassis and cutaways. If you have any of those, they're balanced out. They're not going to schedule any more of those. 23 Mach-E, extended dressing period. It says retail scheduling only, and they're going to try to schedule for July dates. And it says all-wheel drive standard range battery is not available until September scheduling. So anyway, so there you go.
All right.
Any questions?
No, not too many. We had a question and then Ragnar Khan answered it.
Okay. All right. That's what he's there for.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's talk about some dealer news updates. There are a few here to kind of go over. Let's see. I'm trying to find the little slide there. There we go. Dealer news updates. All right. So first couple are price increases. So on May 10th, we did see a price increase on the Bronco Raptor. It went up $2,500 again. So really wouldn't affect anybody that already had a Bronco Raptor order in, but anybody that has to have their scheduled or put their order in now, which you can't order Bronco Raptor right now, that would affect those people. Otherwise, you're price protected to what it was when you when the order was submitted. So the next one is the E-Transit, not a price increase, but as of May 11th, we have price decreases. We should all celebrate for that. So if you have an E-Transit, the price on the E-Transits have gone down. Depends on which model. So the 350 low roof, 130-inch wheelbase went down $37.95. The 148-inch wheelbase went down $35.05. That's $3,505. The mid-roof 130-inch went down $3,060, while the 148-inch mid-roof went down $2,775, and the high roof 148-inch wheelbase went down $2,815, while the extended, or it says 180 EI, whatever that means, is $2,975. So there you go. So not everything goes up. Those went down. So, but we did see that with a lot of other EVs, the prices have gone down. So that's good. Speaking of other EVs, we mentioned this, I think last week, the week before, that there was some price changes on the Mach-E and that some of them went down. So your standard range batteries went down like $3,000 or $4,000, I think. And so they wanted to make a note in here. They did update the memo about that, saying, because people are questioning this, any vehicles that were ordered May 3rd and later will receive the new pricing that was detailed above. It says, and anything ordered before that is on the old prices. So just because you ordered before that and they lower the price doesn't mean yours is going to be lower, because you have to keep in mind that this is a different setup, a different system. It's job 2 or 23.5 model years, sometimes what they're calling it. So you will not be re-invoiced if you ordered prior to May 3rd. So if you order before that, you will be on the old Mach-E prices. But Ford is giving you a $2,000 rebate, bonus cash for those orders. So that is nice to give you some money there. And keep in mind, it is a different battery. So a totally different setup there. There's some other features that have been changed, and that's why we see the price difference. So some people asked about that. And so there you go. And if you don't like that, you don't like your old price, and maybe you haven't been scheduled yet, reorder then. Cancel the order and reorder 23.5 and get the lower prices with the new battery. So, and most of those price changes are on the standard range. So, all right. Another one to know is on the Expedition. So, memo went out saying there are some Expeditions that were already scheduled for production dates, and they cannot build them as is because they don't have the heavy duty trailer tow package. They're completely out of the prep package on the tow prep package. So they're saying and telling dealers that there are 41 scheduled stock orders that need to be added to. And then there's 440 customer orders that you need to reach out to your customers and make sure they're okay with adding the heavy duty trailer tow package, because they will not get built. Even with the VIN, they won't get built unless they add that package on there. So that's being required and requested for dealers to do that. So I think we had 2 of those orders that were like that. And so we reached out and we made those changes to those orders. But so dealers, you'll want to make sure you do that. If you're a dealer listening in, if you're a customer that has a Expedition, order and you don't have the heavy duty trailer tow package on your order and it's been scheduled but not built yet, you'll need to reach out to your dealer because they will not build it until you make that change on that order. So make sure you do that. And then the changes to the Bronco. So the job 2 for the Bronco is happening. It does say effective 7/10 of 2023. Here's some changes. They have added the Robin's Egg Blue color to the Heritage Limited Editions. Most people won't be affected by this because dealers are getting whatever they get, and they're not given a choice on that, on what colors or doors or equipment they get on those orders. So there you go. But Robin's Egg Blue is now available on the limited edition, Heritage Limited Edition. And they deleted the front steel bash plates on the optional front bumper. That's the heavy duty modular front bumper was supposed to come with the steel front bash plate. That is taking off of that. So now if that's when it's optional, base, Big Bend, and Outer Banks will no longer have that front steel bash plate. That's kind of a big deal, I think. So there you go. All right. And I'm going to save the other update for you on the Bronco to the Is It True? It's not really a false figure, but it's some information I got from the Bronco brand manager. So we'll talk about that here when we get to the scheduling, when we get to the Is It True here in just a second. So anything else?
We're arguing about which characters are best, Stitch, Scrat, or Minions.
I can't help you
but
with that.
Someone did make the comment. So basically, with the price lowering on EV, you have price protection. Do you have to pay more? Because you're price protected?
Yeah, you're price protected, so you have to pay more, yes. In a sense, yes. All right. So, here, let's throw this up here. All Train Nation, they actually are going to be live tonight. They normally do it Monday night, and I really... I had some issues last night because I didn't have my All Train Nation live stream, and I'm missing a little bit of it tonight. So I'll have to catch the replay. But they're going to be on there just a little bit. So if you get to the Q&A part, about the time they'll be going live. So if you get a little bored with us on the Q&A, you can go on over there and check them out. They always do a great job. And of course, shout out to them on they did a great job on their videos on the Ranger. So they got a chance to do some walk rounds. Very jealous of that. And they did a great job on those. They always do a great job on their videos. So. All right.
Hopefully we can get one done while we're in Carlisle.
Yeah. We'll go see the Ford Ranger. I don't think we'll be able to get close, but we're gonna I don't know what you call it, grease some elbows or something. We'll be nice and see what we can do. Maybe make a little phone call to Michael Dean. Maybe we can get that to happen. All right, we'll see what we can do. We'll talk to Jim. Maybe Jim will help us out. The brand manager for the Mustang. All right, so let's move in. There's only one recall notice, but it's one that probably is very impactful to a lot of people, because this one here is on. I need to remove that. This one here is on the Maverick. So this is actually a recall that came out March 14th as an advance notice to dealers. Here's a little update to it. This is on the trailer tow tail lamp wiring replacement for the Maverick. So if you have a hitch put on yours, if your Maverick was built, your 23 model year Maverick was built between November 23rd of 22 through February 10th of 23, you could be affected by this if you have the hitch. So it says only 2,716 Mavericks were affected by this, so not too many. So on the affected vehicles, a wiring circuit to the trailer tow connector is missing, which results in, of course, the taillights and your blinkers not working, which, as you can tell, it's important that people behind you need to know you're stopping, you're turning, and everything else. And so, that's not working. So dealers are to repair this. All they have to do is go in and then hook up the extra wiring that they have. The owner letters will go out to owners the week of May 29th. It'll probably also be in your Ford Pass app as well in there that week. So you can do that. But it does say dealers should repair any affected vehicles that arrive at their dealerships, whether or not the customer has received the letter. So if you know that your vehicle was built between that date and you have a hitch, you can go ahead and should be able to go into your dealer and they should be able to fix it for you. All the instructions have been given to the dealers for that. So that's it. Just one. It's awesome. Just one.
Just one.
No updates to any either. So that's awesome. All right. Any questions?
No. Someone mentioned that they might do a blue truck with a yellow roof, and that's the Minions. Our group is so creative.
Yes, they are. All right. So, all right, let's talk about.
Oh, Jacob Drum says, "Hey Tim."
Yeah, he's on YouTube with us. All right.
Yeah.
Normally I see him over on Facebook. So, but I'm not doing Facebook.
Well, we are.
We are.
We're doing
at the same
Facebook
time
right now.
4 people are in there. Got 4 likes anyway. All right. Okay, so let's move in. So this is not really an is it true, but more of an update to the Bronco Sport Heritage Edition. So a lot of people have been seeing the Bronco Heritage Editions being pushed back and not getting produced. And they've been having questions. They've asked me, like, well, why is it getting pushed back? What is the problem? Why is there a production issue? That kind of thing. I did reach out to Matt Winter, the brand manager. I did get a reply back from him, and he said that just like with some of the other models, the Super Duty and the Escape as well, we're seeing that with the Mustang too. Is that their number one priority right now is delivering a quality Broncos to their customers. So when we detect any defects in our system, we ensure those issues are fully resolved before sending vehicles to our customers. We are working hard to resolve those delays and deliver customer orders in a timely manner. So that's what's happening there. So I mean, that's not really telling you why they're slow, but I did see something on the Bronco 6G forum where they are building them and they're lined up. So they're probably checking them over for quality before sending them out. So we'll probably start seeing more production getting done on the Bronco Heritage Editions coming out. I mean, I can't say what it could be. The only thing I can say is that on the Heritage Edition, there's nothing different than a Big Ben Sasquatch package, other than the white accents and the interior. So there could be something either with one of those, with my take. I don't know. I wouldn't think the grill would be it because you can paint the grills and they shouldn't have any issues. Maybe the wheels could be. This is the first time seeing a painted hardtop by Ford. All the others are a Mick hardtop molded in color. Now we're seeing painted hardtops. So I mean, my gut says it's probably they want to make sure the quality of the painted hardtops are good.
I would agree.
That's my gut on it, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, all right. Anything else?
No.
I forgot my little thing. Good luck trying to find the timestamp on that one. But we'll put it on this one. So we always try to add the timestamps Wednesday morning to the video, to the live streams for you guys, and doing those little clips make it a little easier. So anyway,
no little intro. I don't have anywhere to go off of.
Yep. All right. So this week we're going to talk a little bit about the Ranger, because Ranger went live last Wednesday after our live stream. So let's talk a little bit about the Ranger. You can watch that video. All Train Nation's videos, of course, as well, because he did some good videos, and a lot of people did some good ones out there as well. Even the Pickup Talk and Pickup Talk and SUV. I don't know what. He does a good job as well. Of course, he does, because his name is Tim. All the good YouTubers are Tim, right?
Well, I mean, Tim Allen's not a YouTuber.
He's funny though. All right,
he is.
So anyway, so let's talk about a few things. So I did mention earlier, order guides should be coming out later this week. We should be able to get some ideas of packages and pricing soon. We do know the pricing starts somewhere around 34. I know I saw that and should have remembered the exact dollar figure, but somewhere around 34 with the destination on an XL is where the Ranger starts. We know Raptor starts somewhere around 56, somewhere around there, and that including destination. So we know that for a fact. Also, order banks should open up next week. In the next week, probably Friday. And then the build and price will be available after Memorial Day weekend. So again, because they want to make sure that it has a good launch and everything and no issues there, that's when it'll go live. We will have, there are a lot of other dealers like us. We will actually have a build and price available on our website, probably by early next week, before the order banks open up. If you're wanting to kind of see price levels and how you add those things, how it changes the price of your vehicle. somebody will probably put those price lists on the Bronco pages. But still haven't changed my alarm from Eastern time. Anyway, so that should be available and out there next week. Production dates. So they did say, actually, I have it here. Put that off the side. So production dates looks like startup is going to be late quarter two. Don't have an exact date yet. Just depends on how things are going. And so late quarter two. And when we talk about quarter two, we're talking what's that? Probably July, somewhere in there. I don't know. And then okay to buy is probably going to be late quarter three. So again, want to have a good launch on the Ranger, so they want to make sure they do a good job of that. So that's why they're not giving any definitive dates for okay to buy. They'll have to check quality of those vehicles and everything before shipping it out, which is a good thing there. So, and then there are some late availability options that'll be probably quarter four, including the 2.7 liter engine. So that will not be available at early production. That'll be like available probably to put on your orders in quarter four. And just keep that in mind. And the Ranger is being produced for like 18 months. So it's going to be produced from like the middle of July of this year to November of next year. So it'll be like a full year and a couple months of production. So really big, long production run for 24 model year. So keep that in mind. And then Bronco Raptor allocations. So at the launch, they're calling it round one. Every dealer will get one allocation. So All Terrain Nation, if you're still in here, you got lucky. You're getting lucky because every dealer gets one. At the beginning, they're going to let dealers know what the formula is going to be coming at the end of quarter four, probably close to the end of the year, of what that formula is going to look like. My thinking is, like on the Bronco, it basically was based on Bronco order or Bronco allocations or sales, along with F-150 Raptor sales was how that was figured. I assume Raptor will be similar. It'll probably be based on Ranger sales and either F-150 or Bronco sales, or maybe both, to figure out how many allocations a dealer is going to get. So I hope it's based off of Bronco Raptor and F-150 Raptor for that, because we do really well with both of those. We sell quite a few of those. So hopefully that's how that's going to be done. Now let's talk about some of the breakdown of the capacity. Not sure if this should be released, but hopefully Ford's okay with it. Anyway, capacity XL is about a third of their production is going to be XL. About half of their production will be XLT. And then about 17% will be Lariat trim. And that's good for you as a customer to know, hey, what are my chances of getting mine scheduled? If I want to get one scheduled quickly, you probably want to look at XLT trim. And that will be broken down into two different equipment groups, a 300A and a 301A. But that might be a good way to looking at it. And 65% of the vehicles, of the Rangers that are built, will be four-wheel drive. So 65% four-wheel drive, and 32% of those FX4 on that 2.3 liter. So, my take on it is, if you maybe, hey, you don't have that, you haven't found that dealer that you want that, the Ranger Raptor really bad, and you're not number one at that dealer, and you might be next year, maybe get a Ranger four-wheel drive FX4, because FX4 is going to account for about 32%. Go FX4, you can get a 2.3 liter. I know that's not as good as the 2.7, or you can hold out for the 2.7. So maybe get the 2.3 FX4 to start with. Drive it for a little while. When that Ranger or that Raptor comes out, if you're number 2 or 3, then you can get on that list to get one, in mid next year, and you could drive a Ranger for a year. And they're going to be very capable. I mean, remember, these are built, the Rangers with FX4, they're built to go off-road as well. So they are very tough. And they're built at the same factory, a lot of the same suspension and chassis as the Bronco, just like with the Bronco Big Ben and such with the Haas 1.0. It can go off-road, so can the Ranger with an FX4 package. So that's something to keep in mind. And then the 2.7 will be a late availability as well. So anyway, so there you go. So kind of information on that. Some of the packages that won't be available that were available last year. So some 2023 packages and configurations that aren't available for 24. Super Cab will not be available. So Super Crew only on the Ranger for 24. There will not be a trimmer off-road package. There will not be a black appearance package. There will not be a splash package or a bed utility package or an FX2 package. On the XL, there will not be an STX special edition package or a chrome appearance package, which actually surprises me. And there will not be an FX4 on the XL. Again, probably a big reason to go XLT there. So there you go. That's it. So that's all the stuff on that. And it kind of goes into kind of talking about, here's some information on how you maybe would want to, order your Ranger is good information for going forward, on talking about the Maverick as well. Some things that I'm seeing is, the less of those constraint items or lower capacity items, the better off your chances are to get scheduled. We've been seeing yesterday, actually, a lot of our Maverick orders are previewing as well as today. And I looked at it yesterday and went, okay, so what's Ford looking at? So they were previewing a bunch of our orders, which means they're kind of looking at them. They put a P on it, so we know, hey, this order is being previewed. And there were a lot of EcoBoost orders that were being looked at, and a lot of black appearance package orders that were being looked at as well. So when it was a hybrid, almost all of them were black appearance packages. And I will say this too: almost all of the orders that are previewing yesterday and today all did not have a luxury package on them. So I don't know that, and I can't say anything because last month? I said, hey, all our orders are previewing do not have a tow hitch or something or a spare tire. And then what did they do? They scheduled a bunch of spare tires. So it could just be them looking to see what kind of orders we have and not an indication of what they're actually going to schedule come Thursday. So that's why I hate to say anything there, but that's just something I noticed in what's previewing for us. Again, every day it's a little, in fact, the ones from today that we're previewing were different than the ones from yesterday that we're previewing. So that's why I can't really say that for, a fact. But also Broncos the same way. The less of those constraint items you have on your order, the more likely you are to get scheduled. So, if you have a hybrid order, but you don't have the luxury package, that could help your order get, kind of bump over other people. So I had, some people that are like, hey, I'm going to cancel my order because it's later. I didn't order till like the 20th, and the people still from the 16th haven't been scheduled. But if your order is simple, if you have like if you have an XLT without the luxury package, you don't have, splash guard and all these bed utility things, you could really still get scheduled ahead of other people that are waiting. Because again, if we know the percentage is like 35% with the Lux package, that means they need, more orders without it to be scheduled, right? So that can help you out. So not having that can help you get scheduled faster. So it goes for the Bronco as well. A 4-door cloth top can be a way for you to get your Bronco early if you want to get into one. Some other things like that. So yeah. So there you go. So that's kind of my take on that. And I've been actually, if you've watched the channel for a while, I've always voiced the opinion of the less of those constraint items, the better your chances, right? I've been saying that for a year and a half now, 92 episodes. Mm-hmm. So, all right. I think I'm ready for questions.
Okay.
It looks like you're accumulating in there. I know that you're working hard on that.
Trying to keep up with everyone in here.
All right. So bring on the questions.
All right.
Ready?
Making sure I didn't miss any here real quick. My brother. Okay.
All right. And I'll try to look at the comments while you're going through the started stuff.
All right. We'll start at the top. So if I do not get to your question right away, do not worry. I have saved it. There's 30 comments in here, so just give us a minute.
There's 30 questions. We'll get them as fast as we can. And,
yep. And as they come in, we will add them to it.
Yep.
All right. Will you announce the 24 Ranger first day to order and job 1 production dates? So when it's announced, will you be able to announce it too?
Yes. I mean, I kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
Tonight. I don't know. They let dealers know in a webcast, hey, here's the information, but this is for your information. Please don't share it on social media sites and everything. But just know that, order guides will be available at the end of this week, and ordering should be available next week. I don't know why we can't. If you ask your dealer, if you email me, I could tell you, but I can't evidently tell you on social media.
All right.
We'd hate for everybody to know.
All right, here we go. Next one. ML Culpepper says, who do I call to make a deposit on my incoming MAV build week in June? So you have
deposit. You don't need to make a deposit.
He has his order with us.
Yeah.
He probably just wants to make sure.
Oh, like, okay, he's gonna put a deposit down to make the payments lower, type thing.
Probably, yeah. You want to pay down your order.
So you're salesperson. So when it comes in,
he is a member.
Yeah.
So
when it comes in, we'll I still have salespeople help me process that because I don't do a lot of the payments and such. I just like it's kind of nice not having to do that. But we have a salesperson assigned to yours, so when it comes in, we'll have that taken care of.
So we don't usually take money or start paperwork or do any of the financing stuff until it gets to our lot. That just makes it easier and a lot smoother, so we're not accidentally grabbing something. We're not jumping the gun and doing something before it's even here. So,
and if we complete the deal before the vehicle gets here, we can't track it any longer.
Exactly. So we really like to wait for it to be here before we start doing anything, including ordering parts and starting the schedule for your aftermarket stuff to be added on.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next, from Michael Orth, I asked him to send me an up-to-date order sheet for my Maverick. I got it. Thanks. I noticed a new line item, job number 2 order. What does that mean?
That's the second half of production for the Maverick. So,
which we are in now?
Yeah. So we're in job 2. So they didn't really change anything in job 2. Not that they told us. So sometimes, like last year, they didn't tell us about any changes, and we noticed the temperature control was changed. Well, they didn't say anything to us. It wasn't in the order guide. So, and sometimes I have to like go by line by line. Like I'll read every single line. How is this different from the month before or from the last order guide? And I have to kind of go through it. And I don't usually do that much anymore. But sometimes, like on the Bronco, they actually put it at the bottom of the first of the section for that to tell you what's different. But sometimes if there's just a little bit of shift, they won't let us know. But typically it didn't look like there's anything major changed, like a feature deleted or removed or added like they did with the Bronco. So I assume it won't be too much different than it was for job 1. So it should be the same.
Asked what a deposit on the 24 Maverick is. Right now we are not taking orders or pre-orders for a Maverick, and we don't know if we'll do deposits for a Maverick order.
Yeah, we a lot of times it just depends on how many. I mean, this year we, probably anybody that had an order that doesn't get scheduled for 23 that we have to put in for 24, we won't do a deposit for them because we didn't do it in 23. But like we did that on the Bronco because we knew that we were short on how many allocations we could have. And so we wanted to make sure we had serious customers that were going to, take those when they came in, that kind of thing. Or let us know ahead of time. Because what we're doing on Bronco is that there was a $500 deposit, but if you decided you didn't want to take it before it gets scheduled, we gave you the $500 back. If it gets scheduled and then you decide you don't, then that's somebody else that doesn't get theirs. And then we sell that to somebody else. Yes, will we possibly sell that for over? Depends. Lightnings, we're not. We're actually selling Lightnings for less than MSRP, $1,000 less than MSRP, because that's where the market is right now on the Lightning. So in that case, we'd rather have the customer take the vehicle that ordered it, right?
Yep.
So, all right.
Clarence Roller says, have you heard about Ford closing 4 dealerships in Detroit? Apparently lack of sales. And Ragnar Kahn answered that.
Oh, okay.
He says, yeah, Ford and many dealerships decided not to renew their contracts if they were underperforming. Doesn't mean they'll shut down completely, but they can't use Ford branding or sell new Fords. That's kind of what we did with Lincoln.
Kind of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We will no longer.
So we both decided to go
separate ways.
Separate ways in a sense.
Yep. So they may still be up and running. Their services departments might still be up and running. They just won't be allowed to sell brand new Fords.
Yeah. And on Lincoln, it wasn't that we were underperforming. It was different.
It was a different situation.
Yeah. Lincoln wants to go a different route, and McArthur Ford in a rural, and their mind, we were too small to put a dealership in there anymore. And so, yeah.
Oh, well. All right. From Orlando, does any news on changes for Bronco and Job 2?
Yep, we talked about that.
Yes, we did.
The color for the Heritage Limited Edition and the steel bash plate on the, and if you get the optional Ford Performance heavy duty modular front bumper.
All right. I think Lincoln's trying to be a like an import for the European countries.
Well, we sell a lot of Lincoln vehicles. When we were at that plant, they said
Mm-hmm.
they'd rather make an Aviator for Europe
Yes.
because it makes some more money than it does if they make one for the U.S.
Yep.
So.
All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just making sure I'm not missing your comments. All right. Dwight Jones asked, could you please repeat the website with the good dealer list?
Okay. And you did.
And I did. I showed that one.
Yep.
But can you copy that link again or share it with my email? There you go. All right. There y'all go. Can you share it specifically in YouTube? Because look at what's popping up in the chat.
Yeah, it's a link.
Click on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's working.
It should work.
Okay. Alrighty. Kimmit says 23 Maverick Trimmer XLT order placed September 19th with LMF, only Copilot 360 added. Chances it finally gets scheduled this week?
Probably pretty good, especially if you got yours was on the 19th. You know, 8% of the Maverick scheduled are trimmers, and the 19th was the first day a trimmer could be put in.
Yeah.
So even though the order banks will open up the 16th, that trimmer order could not be put in until the 19th. So by putting in the 19th, that's like the first day. And only having the Copilot 360 plus the trimmer is actually a good thing. So chances are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Donald Lowhouse says good Maverick dealers. Yes, we did that already.
Yeah.
All right. Purdue guy in LB says for Super Duty, no more limited Lariat and 360 camera for this week.
So the note was that the limited, they said exhaustive availability on limited, and then you said Lariat and 360 camera. It doesn't mention 360 camera. So or Lariat. So anyway, so
all right,
it should be good on a Lariat.
Okay.
So and you got to remember too, Super Duties. Like a lot of models, they'll schedule like the first week, like this week, they would schedule almost all their allocations will be used in that very first week of that month. But on Super Duty and F-150, they actually do it several weeks. So they'll schedule, because they like to schedule out a month on that one instead of 2 months like they do on the other models. So on like Super Duty and F-150, they're scheduling for June build dates, not July like the other models. So they'll actually schedule each week. So we might have like 25 allocations. We won't have all 25 scheduled this week. So we'll probably have like 5 scheduled and then 5 the next week and so on. So
all right. Eric Kissel says, is anyone else besides me excited about the Ford Ranger or the new Ranger?
I really like the new setup. I like the updated interior as well with the screen. So all of the Rangers will have a portrait style Sync 4A screen, which is really cool. So either a 10-inch or a 12-inch screen on it. So no longer it's going to be 8-inch, screen. They're all going to be the Sync 4A screen. So that's I'm excited about that. Plus a lot of the other features and tech that it's been missing for the last several years are now coming over. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think it'll be a great product.
I might move to the Ranger. All right. Keith Stiff says, so because of price protection, I pay more. And we went over that one.
So on the Mach-E.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you pay what? Yeah. So and remember, it's different. Remember, different packages, different things. Because when you ordered yours, you probably, especially if you had a premium or above, then you're getting Blue Cruise, right? That's included. Well, now it's not included, and so that's a $2,000 add you got to add to the premium, and then also, and then the batteries are different now, and so there are some differences to them, but yeah. If you haven't been scheduled, you could always reorder if you want to. Reorder one now and with the newer pricing and then different battery.
Yeah. McArthur, for a bad dealer list, I don't think that would be nice. A good dealer list doesn't say that these other dealers are bad. It's just saying, hey, these dealers are good. You can talk to them. They're willing to work with you. Let's just not talk about the other dealers.
I'm curious if he got his recall taken care of. I gave him a dealer.
Oh, McArthur, did you get that taken care of, or were you planning to try and have us help you fix it?
I gave him a dealer there.
Okay.
That hopefully he can work with. So
I think we haven't heard from RagnerCon in a minute. He's probably making sure his quesadillas aren't burning. All right. Okay. Next question. That one was Keith Stiff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. From B, what changed in the Raptor to increase to 7,000?
Actually, all of the Rangers went to $7,500 of towing. So, not sure. So, probably that being upgraded to the newer
I'm
chassis
pretty sure
and
that's
such.
$7,000.
To increase $7,000. What changed in the Raptor to increase $7,000? Oh, on the price increases, I don't know. So probably capacity and things that they need for that. The Haas 4.0 probably cost more to get as many they want. So,
all right.
A lot of times it's vendors. The vendor prices of their parts went up, and they just transfer that over to you.
All right.
Any update on Heritage White Top? So yeah, we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Did the rep get back to you? Yeah. So we did talk about that. So we probably put that comment in before we talked about it. But yep. So they are starting to produce them. Their quality is job number one priority is quality. So they want to make sure they're good. So there we go.
All right.
They are starting to make them though. So
Nathan Wolf says, is just the 4K hitch or all trailer hitches?
So he's probably talking about the recall.
Yes.
So I think anything with a hitch built in that time frame is probably something that's included in the recall. Again, if your dealer should be able to pull your VIN number and tell whether or not you're on the recall list. So, yep. So it's like I think the wiring connector is not connected from the taillights to the wiring. I think that didn't get connected. So,
all right. Top Secret Vid says Ford continues to make lame nickel and dime changes to the Bronco. Why is the customer being punished? Because Ford is poorly managed. So why are they making changes? Probably due to constraints,
or quality.
Quality,
right? They want to make sure they put out a quality thing. So maybe taking some things out, maybe being able to produce more of the Broncos and such, that kind of thing.
All right. BMS Mothers. We just had a couple Robin Egg Blue Heritage Edition Broncos come through the line a few days ago. So I've been reading the comments. He works in an assembly plant.
Be careful what you say, right?
Yes.
But thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and we did see that they posted some photos of some of them produced there, so they're making them. So
yep, he said Robin's Egg Blue Heritage Edition Broncos.
I haven't looked and see. We do have a couple that are scheduled. I haven't looked to see if they're being scheduled or not.
He said also a new yellow Heritage Edition with a white hardtop and rim-lipped wheels. First time he's seen that come down the line in that color.
Yes, so that's the Heritage Limited Edition. Because that yellow is only available in the limited edition. So those wheels do look different. So they're going to be black with a white rim around them. So that is the difference between that is a couple ways you can tell the difference between a Heritage Edition and a Heritage Limited Edition. And one is the wheels. They're different. Plus also the side graphics. So if you have that vinyl white stripe going down it, that's a Heritage Edition. If you're not seeing that and instead you're seeing the badging on the nice Bronco badging, then that tells you also that it's a Heritage Limited Edition. So,
all right.
And yellow is only available in Heritage Limited. It's not available in the Heritage Edition.
Mm-hmm. Tim, what do you think about the Ranger trimmer likelihood for model year 24?
For 24, no. We talked about that earlier. They're not doing trimmer this year. So, and that's pretty typical. We did see that with the Maverick as well. They brought into the Maverick for 23, which is the second year production. They introduced the trimmer and they introduced the black appearance package. But in the first year, they did not. We did see that in the F-150 when the current gen F-150 came out. In 2020 they had a black appearance package, but in 2021 they did not. And so we typically see that so they can have a good launch for that initial vehicle. And so we'll start seeing within this model year, they'll start working on the introduction with the changes in the body and everything, some other packages. So we'll probably start seeing some sport packages, some black appearance packages next year, probably trimmer, but not for 24. So probably 25 we might see a trimmer. Just hard to tell.
All right.
That's pretty typical.
McArthur says, I asked him, wait, we already went that. We got that one. Duplicate. All right. Ford Raptor Ranger is $30,000 less than Bronco Raptor. How can Ford justify a $90,000 Bronco Raptor?
I think actually Bronco Raptor start at 70.
Oh, okay.
So we're like $14,000 difference.
All right. But there's more equipment or a bigger vehicle?
There's some things that are different, but
right.
I can't answer that question. I don't go into the pricing of the vehicles. But when I saw the price on the Ranger Raptor and what's in the Ranger Raptor, I was like, that's pretty awesome. That sounds pricing wise not too bad.
All right. You're supposed to show it. Do we know what colors are available on the Ranger yet, or do we have to wait till build and price is available? Asking for the 24 Bronco.
24 Bronco.
On all models, you have to wait till build and price.
Order guide is
order
available.
Guide.
Yes.
Order
So
guide.
dealers can tell you once an order guide is available. So like on the Ranger, we'll know when the order guides are available later this week. On the Bronco, whenever they become available. So this is the second model, this in 2024 model year, that they've given us the order guide ahead of time. So this is a good thing. So getting it ahead of time is nice. It's good for we like that. People want to be first. They want to be prepared, right? They want to put that order in, and it's kind of hard to do that if they don't have information. And it's nice for dealers to know instead of go, well, I don't know, let's look. and you're sitting there with the salesperson. It's taking you an hour because they don't know the information because they haven't received it until that day when you walk into the dealership. So
all right. I'm not sure how to say your name, and I don't want to butcher it. So, would it be faster or better to order a Ranger XLT or buy off the lot?
Order, because retail customer orders will always be looked at and scheduled first before a stock order. So if a dealership puts in a Ranger XLT order for stock and they put your order in, yours will always be looked at first. So,
all right. Yeah. I wonder if the 2.7 is the same for the Ranger and F-150.
And the Bronco. Well, so the Ranger will have the same three engines as the Bronco will. So the 2.3, 2.7, 3.0 for the Raptor. So again, they're made in the same plant, so they will have the same stuff. But I believe 2.7 is the same engine as they're putting in the F-150. But don't know if there's any differences to it. But
Dragon Con says, whoa. Order guide ahead of order banks opening? Now we just need a build and price update before order banks open and we'd be set.
It's supposed to be the build and prices launches when they order banks open. But this year, what they needed to do, I think I'm not supposed to talk about dates, but what they should be doing is waiting for the order banks to open up for when the build and price is available. Why not just wait until after Memorial Day weekend? It's because I won't be here. I can't put in orders if I'm in Pennsylvania.
All right. Is the 3.0 EcoBoost and Ranger Raptor a CGI block?
I don't know. I know that I'm like a fax about features and everything. When it comes to the mechanics of the vehicles and how things operate and everything, I don't know. I just did research the other day on my Bronco one to add suspensions and going, what's all this stuff mean? Because I just don't know.
All right.
So I don't know. Somebody else probably could answer that.
Probably Ragnarcon.
All
All right. Did you hear that over 124,000 Jeeps are recalled?
I heard something about a Jeep recall.
Mm-hmm. We don't look into it.
All vehicles have recalls.
At some point.
It's a good thing. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Doing a recall means that you want that you care about the safety of the people driving your vehicles. That's what that means. So, bravo for Jeep.
Yes.
Broncos have had a lot of recalls. So.
Rayanne says, what's the difference in back seats between the Maverick and a 4-door Ranger? I've been thinking on getting Ranger if my Maverick doesn't get ordered. The difference, it's not too much. The Ranger just has a little bit more leg room, and it's a little bit wider.
They've actually, so not only...
Do they also have a split bench seat?
I think so. So the Ranger actually, it's 2 inches wider this year and 2 inches longer. So it's not only made it bigger than the last year's Ranger, but it's going to be that much bigger than the Maverick.
All right.
I have the specs. I can get the specs out for us.
All right. JD Rule says Sarah Davis will make his signature Ranger breakdown. Oh, will you make your signature trim level breakdown videos? Yes.
So my goal is, because what we have this weekend and then Memorial Day is Monday, my goal is to have all those done before I leave on Tuesday for Carlisle. So yes, I plan to have all those done this weekend. So I will be working overtime.
I have another week in there.
Oh, I'll be gone Monday because I'll be at the conference I'm speaking at.
Yes.
So I'm speaking.
So we have
I'm speaking.
Week,
that's right.
We have the rest of this week. We have next week, and then we have Carlisle.
So I'm speaking at a conference next week. So I'll be flying out Monday to a conference, and we'll be splitting it next week. I'll be in Georgia, hopefully with decent internet. Otherwise, you're going to be running it all. I'll give you all the notes and everything. It may just be you. Anyway,
we might have a crazy scatterbrain live for you.
Either that, or I'll have them take me to the. So it's a really cool conference. So this is a dealer conference, and its basis is it's at a camp, which is pretty cool. So not a lot of cellular and internet access available, and there's not screens, there's not PowerPoints and all this other stuff. So it's more hands-on. So what can I do and learn and take back to my dealership now? So good information. I'm speaking on video.
How do you do video without screens?
Yeah, that is the hard part. So I'll give a lot of links, and I'm going to give live demos of that stuff, of just exactly like how I would do it and that kind of thing. But but it's at this camp. And there's a lodge. The lodge has internet, so I might have to, if I need to, have them take me back to the lodge and do the video there. So we'll see. The goal was I was gonna do, because I'm speaking earlier that day, is to say, if you want to see what, with a little bit of effort and such, what kind of level you can take it to, we do a live stream, and you guys can check out the live stream. I was going to do the live stream right there on camp. There's one building that supposedly has internet access, so I'll check that out before and do a test, probably stream for us. And test it out beforehand. We'll just see. But yeah, so I'll be gone to that. So the goal is to get those videos done this weekend. So even if I have to do them on a Sunday, we'll get them all done. So we don't know if we'll get the order guides in the business day on Thursday or the beginning.
Okay.
Hopefully at the beginning, so then I can start working on those.
All right. Any rumors from Ford on possibly having an ST Maverick in the future?
No, but at Carlisle, the Ford Performance team is going to be there.
Can we trick them?
We're going to try to. They won't tell us anything, but I can look at reactions. We've actually taken some classes on how to read people a little bit, so we're gonna throw something out and see what kind of reaction we get.
I was actually pretty good at reading people in high school and middle school, because he did like courses on body language and such, and then he was like, hey, listen to this. Like, when he gets excited about something, he comes home and he spouts it off to us, and he gets really excited. So he came back and he was telling us all of this, and then I was like, okay, I got this. So I learned everything from him.
Right. Ragnar Khan. We work on. They use Starlink or something in Bronco Nation, but how often does it it's not real good. So
Yeah.
I'm like, but they are remote, so at least they have something, right? So anyway.
Yep.
All right. Next
All
question.
right. Zoom Zoom Junior says, "Are the MAV black appearance package still under capacity?"
Yes. So capacity is what, 10%, and then they were under, and so I don't know. We'll see if they get any schedule. We had a lot of them that were previewing the last couple of days. We'll just see.
All right. Rev Nation says, "I'm thinking that the Ranger won't be a smash hit. I'm starting to see mid-sizers sitting on lots for a long time and pile up."
Yeah, the Ranger isn't. They know that the Ranger won't like sell out like the Maverick. But I think if you look at the capabilities of that truck, the Ranger was built to be an off-road truck. I mean, when they brought it back, a lot of people thought, oh, we brought the old Ranger back, that's the compact pickup, and it was bigger than they thought it would be. And that wasn't their intent. They actually knew the Maverick was coming. They were working on the Maverick long before that. When they came out with it, their goal was to come out with a smaller truck, and it wasn't going to be the Ranger. They came out as the Ranger being the off-road truck you could take overlanding and take it, be a multi. You could put stuff in the bed, but it was supposed to be an off-road truck, mid-sized truck, and compete against the Tacoma.
Yeah.
And that was its goal all along. And I think now if people look at that truck as a Bronco truck, then they'll realize how capable and how the off-road capabilities that this truck has, and they look at it that way instead of like a Maverick.
Yeah.
But until the people do that,
So
you won't probably see as many. They won't sell out. You'll be able to get a Ranger on dealer lots a little bit easier and that kind of thing.
My thought was, we're seeing cars piling up on lots because people aren't taking the ones that they ordered. The prices have raised higher. They didn't get price protection, or interest rates have gone up a lot, and they weren't expecting that. So we are seeing a lot more vehicles going unpurchased coming in from orders, and they're going to the lot. So there's that problem too coming in with these vehicles.
Yeah, Rangers shouldn't take once they start production, they shouldn't take too long to start getting to the dealers.
Yeah,
I mean so anyway,
Ragnarcon mentioned that the new Tacoma is launching, so they'll have to compete with that.
Yep.
All right, next up, based on the past, will Tim video a new vehicle with the customer's permission? He did it back in the day when a retail ordered EcoBoost Maverick arrived. So when we get Rangers in, will you do videos with the permission of the customers?
Mm-hmm. Is they're okay with that?
Yep. We always ask first.
I usually don't do test drives.
No.
I did one on the Maverick, and because that customer let me, but usually I'll do walk arounds, first, because I usually do the videos that show all the features that you get, right? The complete guide videos. And then when we get one in, I'll do like, hey, seeing one in person for the first time. So I like to call it first look and that kind of thing. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. My MAV tracking says shipped on 5/3. How long should it take to reach the east coast of Florida?
It's usually about 4 weeks regardless.
Yeah.
Of where it's at.
Think high. Expect 6 weeks, and when it gets here in 2 weeks, be happy.
It's coming from Mexico, so
yes,
it doesn't have to go to the Midwest. It can just go straight across.
Yep. I think finance rates are slowing sales more than anything. Knowing a person might not get a Ranger after this calendar year, I expect the initial sales will be high. All right. Ordered my MAV from y'all. Would y'all buy it back and trade in case I order a Ranger? If you decide to order a Ranger with us and would like to trade your Maverick in on it, we can sure do that.
Yep. We'll look and see what it's worth.
Yeah. If you decide to drive it here and drive your Ranger back, we can certainly do that. But if you want to ship it here and have your Ranger shipped to you, we do require you to pay shipping to get your Maverick here.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Richard Watts, why does an order require a dealership? If we can choose all of our options via menu, what exactly is the added value of a dealership?
Well, I found the value is that showing you how to use your truck and use your vehicle is pretty important. I've heard a lot of negative things about Tesla owners getting their vehicles and not know how to operate their vehicle, and have to rely on YouTube and other people's videos to show they know how to use products. A dealer can help connect your vehicle, can tell you how to work something. Yeah. So, and there are more than you realize that not everybody is tech savvy. We have some customers on the Lightning. Hey, I want a Lightning, but I'm not doing this online stuff. Can you just order it for me? Here's what I want. Can I just come in and we can sit down and do it together? There's still a lot of people that want to do that. And they want to, talk to someone. So,
yeah. Eric says, wanting a Ranger Lariat with a 2.7, but with only 17% of the build and engine not available until late fall. It sure ain't looking good, is it?
Yeah, so it'll be, they're saying, what are they saying, Q4?
Yeah.
I don't know if that means Q4 being able to order them or Q4 when they're going to start building them. So I don't know when that'll be. So yeah, you could be looking calendar year 24 before you see a 2.7 liter. So, and I think the capacity there, I mean, I don't think you have to worry about it as much because, again, they're not going to sell out. They won't be like the Maverick. So you shouldn't have an issue getting it in a decent time once you order it, no matter what trim you have, because most people will probably look at XLT. I will say on our 23 Rangers, I'd say 90% of the ones that we sell are XLTs. They are not Lariats. We don't sell that many Lariat trims. So.
All right. Jan Messersmith says, second Maverick is going to be built. Thanks. While McArthur, after a very bad experience at my local Ford dealer, did not buy. Any suggestions for how to find a good service department mechanic in my area? You might check that good dealer list and see if any of those have a shop.
And Google. So go to Google, look up the different dealerships, Google reviews. Yeah. People they'll put in there, that. So.
Alrighty. Picked up my Bronco, asked dealer about my $100 deposit I paid to Ford in 2021, and he said he'd get that back from Ford, not the dealership. Is this correct?
Technically, whoever you reserved with received your $100. So like all of our deposits and those reservations that we received, they went into an account. A lot of dealers don't know where to find that information, but whoever you reserved with is who received that deposit. The dealer did. So Ford kind of processed it for the dealers, but the dealer did receive that $100 deposit. So I actually forgot about it on mine. In fact, the dealership didn't think about it. I was like, wait a minute, I put a $100 deposit down when I got my Bronco, and I even had to when I ordered with the dealership at that time. But like on the Lightning, I ordered online, so I put a $100 reservation and then a $500 deposit when I ordered mine, and we didn't put that in the car deal, and so they actually cut me a check back. So, but the dealership you reserved with would have that $100 deposit. So we've had some that transfer the reservation, like on Lightnings. And they're like, well, I want my $100 back. I'm like, what? You didn't actually start your reservation with us, so you'll need to contact the original dealer that you reserved with. So.
All right. Sorry, guys. After 19 plus months, my no constraints Maverick is finally on the lot. Now the dealer is not honoring price protection and zero financing. What do I do now?
Okay, so 0% wasn't available at the start of 23. So when you ordered in 22, 0% was available, but that cannot carry from one model year to the next. But the private offer should be honored. So you should have a private offer available. They more than likely that kind of disappeared. A lot of our customers, it did disappear, and we had to contact the sales and inventory specialists and really push and grind to get the private offer amount for that order. So they will have to, they need to contact their sales and inventory specialist to get the private offer that you are due, whether it be the 2750 or the 1750. You should get those, and they should be available. So the dealers need to do that. Price protection should be honored from when you ordered it for 23. So a 22 order doesn't necessarily just get carried over into 23. It actually had to be reordered as a 23. So what it was when you reordered that 23 is a price they should give you, and you should get that transition private offer. You will not get special financing from 22. That makes sense.
All right. JD Rules says, is your dealership adding another franchise? Maybe Toyota? Would love Tim breaking down Toyota models. We are doing luxury.
Oh my God, luxury. So we'll have used luxury vehicles, but we're not at this time opening. We already have all the franchises in town except for a couple.
Yeah.
And we actually have looked for some others, but they are not looking to open those franchises in Salina, Kansas.
All right. Hide that one. Do you know what pricing will be for the 24 Maverick? Nope.
No, we won't know until order guides come out. Just like with the Ranger, we don't really know pricing for everything.
All right. Rayanne says, I really hope I get scheduled this week. My GM thought this week was another cleanup week. Rayanne's one of our friends at a dealer.
Yep. Could get scheduled this week.
It could. Hopefully they've been listening to you and changing your priority and helping you out. Orlando says, Sarah Davis, once production starts on Ranger, will it affect Bronco production if they get a lot of orders?
No, all along they've been building, whether people realize or not, they've been building Rangers along with Broncos. So even the 23s, they were still building them, because some of those, I don't know if the ones they build in the U.S. go to overseas, maybe not, but they've been building them side by side all along. So they've been doing pre-production 24s that they've been building to give to journalists and to trainers and such like that. Which, wonder when we're going to get our trainer going to come here. We'll see it in person first. Anyway, so we'll just see how that all plays out. But they should be built side by side. It shouldn't affect the Bronco production. So,
all right.
One of the reasons why they tried to you couldn't do a manual in the Bronco, and they cut that off, was to help that go side by side, so they can keep production going quickly for both of the models. Because the Ranger doesn't have a manual transmission, they actually took away the Bronco manual transmission so they could keep producing vehicles and get a good launch for the Ranger and not affect the Bronco either, in a way of getting those vehicles through the line. So
RagnarCon says the Rangers sold overseas are built in Southeast Asia. The Broncos sold overseas are built in Michigan. So,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, my computer is telling me it's gonna die. Oh well. We were on that one. Isaac Chalambaga says, Tim and Sarah, thank you for all you do for us. Tim, could you please tell me what my ETA would be on my Maverick? If you check Friday.
Yeah, we'll go over it Friday.
We'll go over it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm missing out on another Friday.
Yep.
You'll be missing me on Friday again. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so if you check out our member live, Isaac, we'll go over it. But
yeah,
usually once you get that email that says it's been shipped, then it's about 4 weeks.
Yep. Alrighty.
I got a couple of those this week.
Can a person still apply for financing or get pre-approved at the McArthur website ahead of taking delivery?
So you can apply. Just keep in mind that those only last for 30 days. So that's why we have people kind of wait until it gets closer, because we've actually had vehicles get to Kansas City and then just sit there for weeks, and then end up being that we have to redo the applications and the pre-approvals. So that's why we have people just kind of wait till it gets here for that. Just because, whenever you send your credit information in, then you're sending it again. You don't want to submit your credit and have your credit pulled too often, too many times in 6 months. So it's always a good thing to just wait till the vehicle gets there.
All right. Does adding a 1.5 to 2 inch lift kit on Bronco Sport avoid the warranty? And is that something a Ford dealer can install? I'm pretty sure Niles answered this. He said, no, it doesn't void the warranty. And yes, I believe dealers can do that right now.
Yeah, I think that the company that has the lift, they will warranty that part.
Yes.
So it's usually how that works. All right.
Okie dokie. William says, so if the Robin's Egg Blue available on standard heritage now, or just that it's available on the limited? Real Bronco, not sport.
It mentions it was added to the Heritage Edition Bronco, Heritage Limited Edition Bronco. So yeah, so I thought it was available before and on the Heritage Edition, but I would have been surprised if it wasn't available on the Heritage Limited Edition. But
all right,
actually, let's look. So I have the old order guide.
All right, I can answer this question.
And Ragnacon, I'll get you know what to you. All right.
So what happens if while he's looking for that, what happens if you don't take delivery? The dealer puts it on their lot.
Becomes a stock vehicle.
Becomes stock. Yep. So the dealer can sell it however they want to.
Yeah, that's why we want, especially like on Maverick, if you don't plan to take it, please let us know so we can cancel the order, so that the next person can get theirs. That's what we like to do. Yeah. Even though we could sell a Maverick for several thousand, we're more concerned about our customers.
Yeah. Niall says that yes, we do install them. It does not void any warranties. It's so helpful to have Niles in here.
So Heritage Edition. So Robin's Egg Blue is not available on the Heritage Edition, but is now available on the Heritage Limited Edition.
Ooh.
And Yellowstone. So the Heritage Limited Edition is available in two colors only, either the Yellowstone or the Robin's Egg Blue. So, and then those two colors are not available on the Heritage Edition, unlike the Bronco Sport. Bronco Sport Heritage Edition can get the Robin's Egg Blue. So there you go. Crazy. So how was it before that? I got it here.
All right.
I'm going to look for what it was in March. Before Job 2, what did it look like?
So I'll answer this one while he's doing that. Some of this Heritage Edition talk has me wondering when a tire will bring back white walls and or raised white lettering. Some tires do still have that white lettering, but white walls I think you have to search for.
So on the tires, a lot of them make them with white on one side, black on the other. So usually if you want the white wall out, you just got to put the tire that way. So most of them, they'll just put the white lettering on the inside. So I think somebody actually mentioned that earlier. So the order guide on the Bronco in March prior to Job 2, so I think they got it wrong in the order guide. So I think I found a typo there. So Robin's Egg Blue was available on the Heritage Limited Edition before. Yellowstone was not on there before. So I think that's supposed to be Yellowstone. So I think I found a little mistake. So let me look at that order guide again. Either that or I said it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So added Robin's Egg Blue on Heritage Limited Edition. That was already there. So I think they meant the Yellowstone. So Ford, you might fix your order guide.
All right.
It was Robin's Egg Blue was available. I was thinking it was on the Heritage Limited Edition before during Job 1. Now Yellowstone is available as well.
All right. On to our next one. Ford chat told me if a dealer does not honor offer, they need to be reported. That's good to know.
Should be.
Yes.
Hopefully it does any good.
All right. Now, WJ said F450 limited ? So I asked, what info are you looking for? He says, I have been waiting since last February 2022, Job 2 start date. Job 2 has already started.
But Job 2 didn't start in February.
No.
Oh, so he's been waiting since since February of 2022.
Yes.
So yes, so a lot of Super Duties got carried over, but again, you couldn't King Ranch, Platinum, and Limited were not getting scheduled until Job 2, which didn't start until April. So, yes, you've been waiting for over a year, but they weren't starting to produce Limiteds until April. So, which is just within the last 2 months. So
yep. Niall says white wall tires or badges. It's a one-stop shop at McArthur. Don't tell Lebo that. He wants white walls for the Lincolns. Our 92 town cars. All right. There's Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Good evening.
All right, Johnny. We heard you might be interested in going to the Carlisle event, so hopefully you can find it. I just Googled Carlisle Ford Nationals, and it should pull right up. But hopefully you can come.
It would be very exciting to meet you.
If you're flying up, we'll come pick you up. In a Bronco, actually. I'm renting a Bronco from a Turo person, customer.
All right.
Whatever. What do they call them? Whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fly up there. It'll be a hard top, so we'll see just how loud it is. Different from my cloth top. But yeah, so if you're flying in, I just can't put more than 1,000 miles on it. So without charging me. But yeah, we'll pick you up at the airport. So contact me, message me. Hopefully, it'd be nice. It'd be kind of cool.
Yep. All right. Is there any interest in rate protection on Mavericks? Can you explain? Do you qualify for interest rates Ford Credit had back in September of 22?
So
again, you can't.
If whatever the rates were when you ordered, yes, you can get, but the Maverick did not have any special rates in the U.S. So.
All right. Johnny says, my holidays start the 22nd. My ordered Bronco shows up in July, but I'd love to meet up with you guys at some point. Yes, we'd love to meet up with you. We've met up with All Terrain Nation in Chicago. Chicago. But yeah, we'd love to meet up with you and Marie. Watch your videos. All right. That one was already showing. Is my priority still 10? Francis, you can go check out the member video because I do know that you are a member. Or you can email me and I will check for you. All right. Is the T24 20-inch all-terrain tire current constraint on scheduling only the tire option for 23 F-150 Platinum Black Appearance Package?
Well, the thing is, I don't know if they're talking about the optional for those that have put that on there as an optional wheel, or if that means that since that's the only option you have for the Black Appearance Package on the Platinum, if that restricts the Platinum Black Appearance Package. That's kind of a question that really doesn't tell you in the notes. So I assume that'll affect it from being scheduled as well. So.
All right. Big Bend on Bronco build and price is showing blocked out, but like the base is something going on with the Big Bend trim. Let's check it out.
Let's find out.
Khan says, I guess the real question is, when will build and price not be broken?
All right. You want to take that off?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's just fine.
And that was our last question in the Q&A.
23 Bronco SUV. Start your build. Oh. Well, the image isn't there, but you can still build it out. And it doesn't say, see, like on the base, the base actually says, yeah, you're able to see that. Okay. So the base, it says base is unavailable to order. Contact your dealer for available inventory. But on the Big Ben, it just doesn't say. Just doesn't have an image, but it doesn't give you the message. So you still can. So, yep, should be good. What about Everglades? Is it gone now? See, now Everglades is gone, but base is not gone. So there must be enough, still be some bases out there, some dealer lots. So anyway. All right. Okay.
We have the Q&A done.
All right.
It's before 9 o'clock.
It is. Everybody skipped over and went to All Terrain Nation. Well, we're still doing okay. Still got over 200.
We had a couple of people say goodnight. So.
Yep. I built a Big Ben Bronco yesterday, and it was fine. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, should be good.
Okay.
And they're within capacity. So
Niles says Aftermarket is out. If you need him, his email is nileslmp@gmail.com.
I didn't see
that. ML Culpepper says everything here. Everything on your website mentions for financing. They mention a 10% down. When do we firm up the actual deal options? Not until the vehicle is on the lot.
Okay, so that there for the website is for the payment that you see.
Yes.
So the payment that's there's like on a lot of them, they'll have a little payment of what that is. That means that on that particular vehicle, that payment is based on 10% down. Doesn't mean you have to put 10% down. So that just means to get to that payment.
You can change that.
Yeah, and
you can
go
around with it.
You can go in there and change that. So
I wanted, when we were purchasing our truck, I wanted to see how much I was putting down would affect my payments. So there was discounts on my truck, so I couldn't use the payment calculator on the truck that was actually on the website or the listing. I went and found another vehicle that was priced in the same range, and I added more than 10% or less than 10%, and I messed around with it to see how much I needed to put down to get the payment I wanted. So you can do that and play with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it will send in a lead every time you do that. I don't think our internet team liked it much when I was trying to figure out what my payments would be.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, you don't have to put that down. So.
All right. Florida meetup would be great, but what month would be good? Going up Mount Washington. Kevin Sambo says it's 9:45 at convention. I'm in Florida, but I'll stay up.
Yeah, see, I'll be when I'm in Georgia. I think I might be Eastern times. I'll have to look. Paul says it's only 3:45 there. He's in Hawaii. That'd be weird.
It would be.
So.
All right. I'm not seeing any more questions.
All right.
So.
Anything else we need to discuss? Talk about? Ponder on?
If you are going to be at the Carlisle meetup, I think we're doing a walk around on all the Mavericks.
Yes. So I think maybe I'm thinking probably what we'll do is that we'll do a 2 live streams. So there are some people going to be there Friday, some Saturday, and also since there's about 35 to 40 Mavericks, we may not get them all in there. So we thought it'd be really fun to do a live stream at the show and interview the different owners and see the Mavericks that are there at the Carlisle event. And so we'll kind of interview and say, hey, who are you? Where are you from? When did you order your Maverick? What did you order? Have you added anything to it? That kind of thing. And so we'll do it probably 2 days. Thinking probably the afternoon, but we'll get times exactly because I don't want to miss the walk arounds on the different Ford vehicles or RTR. They're doing one on their Bronco. So I want to see those things. So we'll need to try to figure out when it's going to be. We'll try to tidy that up here. We still got some time, but we'll try to tidy that up before either next Tuesday of the week or the Tuesday after. But anyway, so I'll be doing the next 2 live streams remote.
Yes.
Because next week I will be in Georgia, and the week after we'll both be in DC.
Yes. We're going down to DC, seeing the sights, and then headed to Carlisle after that. We're excited. I know Lebo's excited. If you're coming to Carlisle, you'll meet Lebo and Will and Theo.
My wife will be there.
Yeah. Almost the whole family. Half the family.
Yeah.
All right. Any set time folks are meet Friday at Carlisle that Friday?
I think most of them are just going to be there throughout the day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm going to try and be there about 8 a.m. since I'm parking on the show field. That's when you're supposed to start getting over there. So I'm going to try to be there at 8 a.m. With kids, it's never a set time.
We'll see how that works for you. Because remember, Eastern time there, so it might actually help you. No, actually, it will be hinder you because that'd be like 8 a.m. there, 7 a.m. here. Remember that?
I'll have a few days to get used to it, and I have a Lebo. And I have 2 little boys who wake up at 7 a.m. on the dot every morning.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate you guys. And my sport truck was built. Right, two-door. There were a couple of stars up here again. When do we firm up actual deal options? Not until the vehicle's there. Correct. We don't firm up deal options until it's here. We'll get you with your salesman to go over the process and walk you through it. All right. What time of day do the Maverick? Congratulations, your scheduled emails come out. Just so I can lose some sleep waiting. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I'm not sure when they go out. I don't know if it's just like on a trigger, like when they check it or what, but.
All right. I ordered a two-door today with you guys. How far out do you think it will be?
Okay, it's hard to tell. All right. So yeah, it is hard to tell.
Yeah.
Especially since there's only a select number of 2-doors. The percentage is, lower than what they said. But we did get 2 scheduled last month when we were only supposed to get like 1. Well, we don't actually know when or how many we're going to get each month, but they told us how many we should expect for the model year, and it was only a couple, and we've already had 2/3 of that already in just 1 month. So it's really hard to tell. I can tell you that overall there's less orders than their capacity is for 2-doors. Just that means that we have more 2-doors than what we should probably take, but there are other dealers within our region that probably are below. Which actually helps our customers get theirs. So it's hard to tell since you just ordered. It could be close to the end of the production year, or maybe even 24 model year. So, but that puts you in line because we will always anybody that doesn't get scheduled one model year, we will prioritize their order for the next model year. So,
all right, that was our last question.
All right,
I think everyone's headed out.
Okay. All right. Early evening tonight. All right.
Very early.
So, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for all the questions and hanging in there. Hope you guys got some information on the Ranger, on what's going on, what I could and couldn't share. I don't know. Anyway, still get some of that. Anyway, other than that, so
all right.
I don't think we have anything else. Well, guys, thank you very much. Don't forget to stay positive, be kind to one another,
and be kind to yourselves.
We'll see you in the next video. I'm not going to let go clear the end. I'm going to go for about 10 seconds.